Thank you very much, Rebecca. Please take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at your timepieces, it's almost 12. So I might just as well say good noon to each and every one. But allow me to greet, of course, the very magnanimous, benevolent sponsors of this 32nd Carbonell Oratorical Contest. Of course, we have there the two attorneys, Attorney Carbonell and Attorney Leyden, of course. And the other members of their family from the United States, I understand. Let's give them a big hand. Of course, I'd like to greet also my partner there at the seat, Director Velasco of the Arellano University. And I understand there are two ladies with her. Okay? Our 9 very outstanding orators, very young. The school officials of the 3 participating schools, we have, of course, Gimsu, we have Macnotan High School, and Stella Maris High School. Students, ladies and gentlemen, parents, good noon to each and every one. The magic that I am going to weave would be better off if I'm not going to talk about the contestants nor their topic. I'm sure you will agree with me or probably you will say yes. Even the board of judges will say yes if I'm going to suggest that I'm going to sing a song right here and now. Sabi ko na nga ba eh. Most especially if the song that I'm going to sing is Panatiran. Very fitting and proper. Let's all sing the first line of that song. Ready? Panatiran, tagundod mo, kahiling mo sa... Stop please. Second line. Ready? Go! Of course, stop. Okay, we're not going to continue. I only want to be inspired by that song, just as our sponsors would be very much inspired by that song. What? With that Dua-Dua Empay. Nga kanta niya? Of course. But let me just think, let us just think of those 2 lines of the song. You now know what exactly a panatiran is. It's a kind of bird. And the bird is just trying to fly the coop. Come to think of it. Let us relate it to our orators. Who is by far the greatest orator in his time? Anyone knows? Anyone? Did you ever go through the motions of surfing the internet and discovering who the greatest orator in his time? If I may go historical, not hysterical. Demosthenes was by far the greatest orator in his time. And orators then were purely male. So I am not surprised with the theme of today's tilt, oratorical tilt. In the time of Demosthenes and even Socrates and Plato, they would rehearse by the bay, by the seaside. They would talk about topics that they are so passionate with, and they would rehearse, rivaling the breaking waves. And that is exactly what probably some of our orators did. Rehearse, not by the breaking waves, but probably in the silence of their minds. Because things that come in the silence of our minds are the things that we are so passionate with. The things that would start revolution. But I am reminded while they were talking, I was reminded of this great musician, not an orator this time, but a musician, and that is Beethoven. You know who Beethoven is? The greatest writer of music. And of course, in his time, he was the best, enthralling everyone with his virtuosity and with his magic of music. And one time, in one of his greatest performances, his friends went near him, and one lady said, "Maestro, that was so great. By far, that was the greatest performance of your life. You must have been blessed by the Lord with the gift of genius." Of course, the maestro looked at the lady and he said, "Yes, my lady, I thank the Lord for the genius and the gift of talent He blesses me. But genius, yes. That genius, however, was developed all through the years. 40 years, 8 days, 8 hours a day, 7 days a week for the whole of 40 years. Can you just imagine? Every day, he had to rehearse, he had to play, he had to master his craft. And definitely, for all those who are not orators today, the contestants today, you got to master your craft for so many years perhaps before you can stand and join the ranks of orators. That is the message of Beethoven. And definitely, you've got to rehearse, do it every day, so many hours a day, to perfect that craft of that beautiful oration, for you to be able to write something that you could be passionate about. But that is not the only thing that is needed by our youth today to be best at their craft.